Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? Okay, this is my third video of the day, and we are going to continue on with what we've been talking about. And, you know, Asheville, North Carolina, okay, the victims are continuously crying out, and rightfully so. Okay, and then you have mouths like mine and like other content creators that are just not going to shut up. We're not going to shut up until things are done right for the people of Western North Carolina. Okay, FEMA's not paying out, contractors are not being paid for their work. The government came in, they did photo ops with helicopters and goods, but they haven't been seen since. We are the news now. Okay. So make sure these stories get heard. Okay. Because it seems like MSM, they don't care anymore. This is not topic to them anymore. This is not hot news anymore. This is not, they don't get paid to talk about this anymore. You know what? I barely get paid anyway. So it doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that these people get help. Okay? So let's make sure that their voices get heard and that they get the things that they need in order to survive. That's all that matters. Their well-being matters. Their survival matters. The fact that they have a warm place to sleep matters. The fact that they have full bellies matter. The fact that they have warm clothes to wear matters. The fact that they have shelter matters. Okay?
It hurts. It hurts to know that people's got family, that they haven't a clue where they're even at, and bodies that can't even be identified. But no, none of this is making the news. Nothing.
Has FEMA come up here or any government help?
If FEMA has come, it's maybe to look at people who have filed claims for the total loss. But to the best of my knowledge, nothing has been paid out. I've got a brother up here, I've got my aunt that totally lost anything, and to the best of my knowledge, they still haven't heard back from their claims. We had a group of people in here, and we could get out here and help and feel like we was contributing some, but yet they haven't even been paid for their work or as a contractor to get all this debris on out of us because they've yet to be paid the first time. But those guys worked relentlessly in here grabbing debris, and these guys aren't coming back in here because the government hasn't paid the contract that they signed with them. It is heartbreaking that we're not getting the attention. The news, they made their little thing out here when the military was dropping food with their helicopters and getting people out that needed to go. And they made their big signs and everything. Oh yeah, we're in here, we're this, we're that. I think they must have got back on the helicopter and left with them because we've not seen them since. But it's time our government made good on what they promised. And it is time for them to pay the bills that they promised to pay for these people and us get them back in here to work. But the government needs to pay what they promised they would.
Now, an American who has been a contractor for 34 years, he drove to North Carolina, and he specifically went there to look at these tiny homes, okay, that the Amish built and that the government kicked the victims out of. And now keep in mind, these tiny homes, they were temporary homes for the victims, okay? These were not, for them to, live the rest of their lives in or anything like that. Now, like I said, they were temporary, and the government kicked them out. And this should not have been a problem. These temporary homes should not have been a problem. But like I said, pockets were not being lined by the money being put out for permits and whatnot and yada, yada, yada. So that's why they put up such a stink and said, no, live in tents. Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. I'm going to give my P's and Q's about what I think about North Carolina. Me and baby girl come down here yesterday, brought the box truck and dropped some stuff off. I got nosy. So I stopped in and looked at a couple of them tiny homes Amish built. The only thing that I see wrong, I've been a contractor for 34 years. I have done shit from Florida to South Dakota to Washington, all over the United States. The only thing that I saw wrong with them is they're not on a solid foundation. Person get mobile home anchors. Anchor them motherfuckers down to the ground. Simpson tie the roof in. They have to pass them. They don't. They can't say water or whatever because it's a back and forth situation. You have to have your water in first. You have to have a septic, bullshit. It's a temporary home. If anybody can get in there and take mobile home anchors, anchor them down. They can live in them. And if the county bucks on that, take their ass to court. I know it's a bad, like I said, my nerves are all too shit. I've never saw conditions the way it is right now. I feel bad. We stayed in a motel last night. I'm trying to get my little girl up. But I didn't sleep last night because of it. But it takes a low life son of a bitch. It's cold here right now. I mean, it's freaking cold. You can see, I mean, there's frost on the roof here. I can imagine being in a damn tent right now. I'm so pissed. I'm shaking. I've been up all night thinking about this. They need the county officials and all these people, the inspectors and all this shit, their names need to be put out on every social media account that, my name's Kenneth Talby. Come at me, buddy. I don't care. I don't care. But these are human beings, and you're treating them like animals. I don't know. I mean, like I said, this is the worst. I've been in Florida to South Dakota to Washington. I've been all over the United States. And I was in Katrina. I helped with Katrina. I've been through 3 hurricanes in Florida. I've been through tornadoes. I've been through earthquake in Kentucky. That was 35 fucking years ago. But this is the worst conditions I've ever saw in my life. Like I said, if I didn't have my daughter with me, I would stay. I would just stay, but I've got my little girl with me. It's a shame that a human would do another human this way. I am just pissed, buddy.
Now this next video is about Kash Patel. If you don't know who Kash Patel is, he is now the director of the FBI. Is that right, Sean? The director of the, okay. And he, in a matter of a minute, dismantled the phony hoax of Russia. Yeah.
What do you think Crossfire Hurricane, based on everything that you've gleaned, that you can talk about, what do you think it was all about?
I think it started out as someone trying to look into whether or not there was any foul play, which I think at the premise of it is what the FBI is supposed to do and the IC is supposed to do. So I think it's an original origin. That's probably where it started. I think where it metastasized to was based very quickly by a select few people was, this is the vehicle by which we're going to target a presidential campaign, and we're going to allow the other campaign to fund the information we'd inject into the intelligence community and into the FISA court so that we can surveil someone on that other campaign and maybe get information to dirty them up or take them down. And I think that's just crosses so many lines of wrong and illegal behavior that I'm not sure how we ever let it get that far.
From what you know, how many people were actually surveilled?
At least 6 that I know of, and I think it was recently disclosed that, like, and when you mean surveil, you know, that's all different types of surveillance, but if we use that term generally.
Okay, now, remember the other day, or was it yesterday, the other day, whatever, I questioned, because I still have a lot of questions, but the main question that I had was how when 47 gets into office, because I have a feeling that, like, first thing that's going to be done is the mass bye-byes, okay? And how is it going to work? How are we going, how is he, not, well, yeah, we too, but how is he going to be successful in getting this done, right? Because, you know, they scatter, I mean, you know, literally, and they've got, like, people that put them up and this, that, and the other, and, you know, but that's also a crime, you know, because you're, like, harboring, not a fugitive, but, you know, you're harboring people, you know, and that's, I would think that would be a crime, right? So, and unless, you know, the government's going to say, well, you know what, if you tell us where they are, we'll give you a cash reward. Well, I really don't think that they're going to do that. So how are they going to scoop them all up successfully and do this mass bye-bye, right? Well, Tom Homan, he said that he is willing, and when I saw this, I was like, what? Sign me up. He's willing to contract out work with the process. All hands on deck, okay, literally, no joke, all hands on deck. I bet many veterans, including my son, because he is like, when I tell you, would love to help out with this. And in this video, he even explains that you don't even need, like, handcuffs or a gun or this, that, and the other. He's just like, get it done, get it done, get it done. And I'm like, bruh, bruh, where's the contract? I'll sign it. I'll sign it. Where do I go? You know what I mean? I mean, like, I am the most unsuspecting person in the world. I will so totally be like, hey, how you doing? I can't speak a lick of Spanish, but I can speak Italian. You know what I mean? I'll do whatever you want me to do. You know what I mean? Put me in, coach. Yeah, listen.
My plan is, and I've been very vocal about this, we're going to contract as much work out as we can. Work that doesn't require a badge and a gun, because I need badges and guns on the street to do the deportation operation. So when it comes to driving bus transportation, whether it's ground or air, whether it's processing, whether it's some other administrative duties, contract that work out. Because right now we got badges and guns doing that work. Get them out of that administrative work, put more on the street, and that's what we're going to do.